Blushy Rhymey Robot's Delightful Dessert Delights. It's a windy, cloudy, and rainy day in the magical realm of T-Tin's Tower, where the Blushy Rhymey robots live. These clever robots have been tasked with inventing recipes and surprises for 5 finicky and sassy gods, plus 2 of their friends. Alright, my dear Blushy Rhymey robots, says Zeus, the mighty god of the sky, as he settles into his plush armchair. We're here for our weekly dessert tasting. I hope you've outdone yourselves this time. Of course, mighty Zeus, exclaims Jingly Jolly Jester, the head waiter. We have a delectable spread prepared for you and your esteemed guests. First up is a towering lychee trifle. Ooh, how divine! Coos Demeter, the goddess of the harvest. The layers of lychee jelly, whipped cream, and crunchy toasted coconut flakes are simply heavenly. Hera, the queen of the gods, takes a dainty bite and hums in delight. Exquisite. The balance of sweet and tart is perfection. Yes, Hermes, the messenger god, chimes in. And the touch of rose water in the cream is a delightful surprise. The robots beam with pride as the gods lavish praise on their creation. Next, they present a starfruit sundae, complete with a scoop of tangy starfruit sorbet, a drizzle of honey lemon syrup, and a sprinkling of candied ginger. Ooh, how refreshing! Exclaims Pan, the mischievous god of the wild. The sorbet is so bright and zingy, and the ginger adds a lovely warmth. Athena, the goddess of wisdom, nods in approval. A wonderful balance of flavors. The sorbet is the perfect palate cleanser between bites. The robots smile, pleased that their creation has hit the mark. For the third course, they unveil a guava jelly mold, adorned with a crown of fresh berries and a dusting of flour sugar. Hestia, the goddess of the hearth, takes a delicate bite and her eyes light up. Heavenly. The guava jelly is so luscious and the texture is divine. Hades, the lord of the underworld, gives a rare smile. Quite delightful. The tart berries cut through the sweetness beautifully. The robots exchange high fives, thrilled that even the notoriously picky Hades is enjoying their creation. Next, they present a raspberry mousse, topped with a swirl of whipped cream and a sprinkling of chopped pistachios. Dionysus, the god of wine, takes a generous spoonful and hums in appreciation. Ah, the perfect balance. And the crunch of the pistachios is a wonderful contrast. Poseidon, the god of the sea, nods in agreement. Truly exquisite. The lightness of the mousse is a delight on the palate. The robots beam with pride, knowing they pleased even the most discerning of gods. Finally, they unveil a pandan torte, layered with fragrant pandan custard and topped with a dusting of toasted coconut. HEPHAESTUS, the god of blacksmiths, takes a bite and his eyes widen. Remarkable. The pandan flavor is so vibrant and the texture is simply divine. Artemis nods in approval. Truly a masterpiece. The coconut topping adds a lovely crunch to balance the creamy custard. The robots let out a collective sigh of relief, thrilled that their hard work has been so well received. Bravo, my dear Blushy Rhymey robots! Exclaims Zeus, clapping his hands together. You've outdone yourselves once again. These desserts are simply divine. The other gods nod in agreement, their plates now empty. Well, now that we've had our fill of these delectable treats, what shall we do next? Asks Hermes, ever the mischief maker. Ooh, I have an idea. Chimes in Hera, a gleam in her eye. Let's play a game of Blushy Rhymey Robots Bingo. The robots eagerly fetch the game board and markers, and the gods settle in for a round of the quirky game. As they play, the Jingly Jolly Jester waiters circulate with trays of refreshing lemongrass tisanes and peppermint lemon bomb spritzers. Ah, the perfect accompaniment to our game, says Demeter, taking a sip of the fragrant tea. Hestia giggles as she marks off another square on her card. I do love how the robots have incorporated such lovely herbal notes into these beverages. The game continues, with the gods trading playful jabs and laughter filling the air. Suddenly, Hades clears his throat, a mischievous glint in his eye. You know, I have a rather spooky tale to share with you all. It's perfect for this gloomy, rainy day. The other gods pause their game, leaning in with eager anticipation. Hades begins, his deep voice rumbling like distant thunder. It was a dark and stormy night, much like this one, when a group of gods decided to go on an indoor camping adventure. The Blushy Rhymey robots and the Jingly Jolly Jester waiters listen intently as Hades spins his tale, their eyes growing wider with each passing moment. And so, the gods found themselves trapped in the dark, musty tent, surrounded by the howling winds and the pitter-patter of rain. Hades continues, his voice dropping to a dramatic whisper. Just as they were about to give up all hope, a strange, unearthly sound echoed through the campsite. The gods gasp in unison, captivated by the story. Hades pauses for a moment, savoring the suspense. It was the sound of a blushy Rhymey robot, malfunctioning and searching for its lost parts. The robots let out a collective shriek, their metal bodies trembling. Hades chuckles, his eyes twinkling with mischief. The gods huddled together, their hearts pounding, as the eerie sound drew closer and closer. And then, suddenly, a bright light flashed, and there stood the blushy Rhymey robot, its eyes glowing red and its metal limbs twitching erratically. The robots let out a chorus of terrified beeps and whirs, their circuits clearly overloaded by the spooky tale. The gods, on the other hand, burst into laughter, clapping their hands in delight. "Oh, Hades, you've outdone yourself!" exclaims Hermes, wiping a tear from his eye. "That was simply brilliant." The other gods nod in agreement, their faces alight with mirth. The blushy Rhymey robots, however, are not amused. They glare at Hades, their metal bodies still trembling. Now, my dear robots," says Hestia, her voice soothing. "It was just a bit of harmless fun. We all know you would never malfunction in such a frightening way." The robots' expressions soften, and they let out a series of reassuring beeps. "Excellent storytelling, Hades," says Zeus, clapping the god of the underworld on the back. "But I do believe it's time for a change of pace. What shall we do next?" The gods ponder the question, their eyes sparkling with mischief. "Ooh, I know!" exclaims Demeter. "Let's play a game of blushy Rhymey robot hide and seek." The robots let out a collective groan, but the gods are already on their feet, scrambling to find the best hiding spots. The jingly jolly jester waiters chuckle as they watch the scene unfold, quickly fetching a tray of herbal wine spritzers to help the gods and robots unwind.